Hi everybody, this is Rita Holmes, independent demonstrator with Stampin' Up from Hamilton, Ohio. I'm coming tonight to bring you a card that I really like. Think that you will like it too. It's fun to make, and look at my hair, it's all a mess. Oh well. Anyway, I am going to do that, but first of all, I just want to tell you that this is actually, we're getting ready to go into where we will be having our list of retiring stuff will be coming out in a few weeks, and I'm sure you'll want to see that. Our new catalog will be out May 1st, and so we want to get ready for that. We have our online exclusives that are on it's online, so stampinup.com, or you can go to my store if you do not have a demonstrator, which is ritaholmes.stampinup.net. And you can visit my online store and just click on Shop Now and click on the specials and then online exclusives. There's quite a bit of stuff on there, really cute stuff. In fact, the stamp set I'm using today is out of there. Everything I'm using today is on that list. It's the Hello Irresistible suite, but after I made my card and that, I found out that it's not going to be available again until April 3rd. So I do know that that has sold really, really well since they brought it out. So if there is anything you want to look at on the online exclusives, you need to look and see what you might like to order and get that ordered, because we don't know how long these will be on. It's up to Stampin' Up. We do not have like a date where it ends or whatever. It's going to be, I guess, their supply demand and what that is, and figuring out when it's going to be gone. And another thing, we're going to have a color refresh, which means that we're going to have some colors maybe coming back that was in maybe a that could have been an in color. I do know that probably Pretty Peacock and Lost Lagoon will be back. They were both in colors. Pretty Peacock was, I think, 2015, and but I think they are going to be coming back, and because they are in this Hello Irresistible, their color palette. So that I'm kind of anxious about that, because I still kept mine. You know, sometimes, you know, I guess it pays to hang on to stuff, because they say whatever goes around comes around again. And here it is, our paper, and I think some of it, our cardstock and our inks actually. And I think that maybe some of those are coming back, and we should maybe have some new ones, but that's going to mean that some of the ones we have now will be leaving. So if there's any papers, I don't know the colors, I will know them by April 1st, and then we'll have that, you know, that we can share on the color cardstocks that's leaving, in case there's colors you like that you want to stock up on before they leave. Other than that, I do have my class to go ready. I think I mentioned it in my last video. It's Taco Fiesta. When I turn my camera, I'm going to show you my cards, and I will tell you about that. And then I am going to make my card. And my card's a fun card. It's actually another Lattice card, but it's a lot easier and not so intimidating. So we will be doing that. So without any any further ado or anything, I think I'm going to go ahead and turn my camera. And another thing before we get started, you'll see my host code. If you do want to order from me, as long as your order is under $150, use my host code, please. And if it's over that, don't use the host code, because it will offer you some Stampin' rewards, and that way you can get some free stuff. And like I said, I would love to be your demonstrator if you don't have one. I would love for you to join my team if you would think about joining Stampin' Up. I mean, our kit is always at a good deal, and stamping is fun, it's creative, it's a outlet, and it's, if nothing else, if you stamp a lot, it gives you a discount. So just think about that. Let me know if that's something that you would like to do, because I would love to grow my team and love to have you on it. So, okay, we are going to turn the camera my old-fashioned way. So shut your eyes if you get dizzy, because here we go up in the air. And now we got to get you off of the ceiling. And there we go. And I'm going to bring my camera down just a little bit. I think we're good like that, maybe. Let me pull this up on my computer. There we are. That was fast. And there we are with our cord hanging down. So let's get the cord out of the way. That's kind of crazy. All right, here's our card that we're going to be doing. Isn't it pretty? And it's a lattice card, and it opens like this. So it's really, and it's easy to do. It's very easy to do. So we'll be doing that in a minute. But first I want to tell you about my class to go. And all you would have to do is you could email me at Rita Holmes 0611@gmail.com. You can leave a comment in this video. Or you can go to my Facebook group, which is Stamp Crazy VIP, which is where I put a PDF for all my cards, and I'll show you my PDF in a minute. And you can go there and then comment in there. I do have something on there about my class to go, and you could comment there and let me know if you would like to join in on my class to go. So here are my cards. Let's move that one out of the way. I have 5 cards, and what you would be doing would be making 10 cards, 2 of each of 5 designs, and it's $28 if you live close to me and want to pick it up. Or it is $37 for me to mail it, because I do mail it priority. And that way you get it faster. Plus, I think it's got a little bit better taken care of. So, I was looking at my camera. It looks like it's kind of cockeyed. So I'm going to try to straighten that up just a little bit. Okay, here's my first card. It says, Holy Guacamole, it's your birthday. And it's like a little fun fold. And that's my first card. The second card is another one with the guacamole and the chips. It says, You're not your average friend. And I left that blank in there to do what you want. We have a fun fold. It says, You spice up my life. And you open it up, and it says, Wishing you the happiest of birthdays. Can you see that? I think I'm holding them up too high. But anyway, it is a fun fold. And then we have, It's All About You. And it says, Happy Birthday on the inside. It looks like a little piñata. So we have that. We have Long Time No Taco with the little tacos and the burrito. Little fun, happy card, happy bright card with a taco inside. So that is my card. So it'd be 2 each of the 5 designs, which would make 10 cards. So the card kit only, which would be, what you would get would be all the cardstock cut for the sizes of the cards, envelopes. You'd get a 1/4 a pack of Dandy Designs Designer Series paper. So it's cut 6 by 6. It's 4 each of 12 designs. You get any die cuts or punched items cut for all the cards that don't require to be stamped first, because I am not allowed to do your stamping. That's against Stampin' Up rules. You'll get enough embellishments for your cards, which in this case is rhinestone basic jewels, matte black dots, some ribbons and twine, and then you'll get many dimensionals for it. And for option 2, which is the card kit only, and the PDFs, there'll be a PDF for each card. That's $28, $37 if I have to mail it. If you want the stamp set ordered, it is the price is wrong here, but it is like $19. So anyway, the cost is $47 porch pickup, or $56 to have it shipped. And what I did was took this price and added on the price of the stamp set. All right, so that is my class kit to go. And then I have a list of all of the extra stuff I used, like the Stampin' Blends and that, but those are all going to be on the directions. What I used for each card will be on your directions. So there we go with that. Here is the PDF for tonight's card, and that is over at my Stamp Crazy VIP page on Facebook. There's a file section. I put all of these in, like the name of this card is Front Lattice Card with White Slats, and that's exactly what it's named in the files so that you don't get confused. There's a heading on the top of this video that tells you the name of the card, and so when you go over there, it's the exact same name to look in my files and to grab it. And that's with any of the videos that you watch of mine. There should be a file section over at, there is a file section over at Stamp Crazy VIP. And all of my videos, there's only a very few, I mean really a few, that do not have a PDF. 98% of my cards have PDFs to go with them. So, but that's all over there. And this just gives you the list of what I used, tells you what to cut and how to do it, how to assemble the card, and all my information is at the bottom. So, I am blurring up, and I don't know why. I don't know if there's weather issues outside. I do not know. There shouldn't be any. But on my computer, it's blurry, but on my phone it is not. So I'm hoping I'm coming through okay. Phone's plugged in and everything. So I'm going to refresh my computer and see if that helps. Just so I know. No, not really. Not really. Let me size it. And see what's going on. Okay. I have no idea what's going on with this. That's funny. But anyway, we'll just go on. We'll see what happens. There is my card. I'm going to sit it right there with all of my information, which is my store and my host code. So if you need to take a screenshot of that, you may do it. And I don't know if my camera's... Yeah, it's okay. All right. So what we're going to do first is we're going to bring in a piece of cardstock, and I've got the white extra thick because I really like using that for my card bases, and it's 4 1/4 by 11, scored at 5 1/2, and I'm just going to fold that and crease that really good. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring that in to my paper trimmer that I set upside down. That's not good. I need it this way for me to do it. So I'm scooting that down so that you can see it. I'm going to put the fold right here, my fold of my card, at the 1 1/2 inch mark, because that's where I want to be cutting it. And I want to make sure I got my card straight on here. Put that down, move that blade out of the way, use my cutting blade, and cut 1 1/2 inches. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this piece that's left over, and I'm going to cut 2 more pieces 1 1/2 inches. So there's one. And there's 2. And this piece you can always save. It's good for sentiments or whatever you need it for when you are stamping other cards and needing an extra piece of paper. I save all my scraps like that, especially if they're good for sentiments and small dies, different things. So the only other piece of paper I need, I got glue on my card. Well, it's dried glue. So we're going to put this up. We're not going to use that. Is I'm going to use a piece of Designer Series paper. And I got that out of the...
I didn't get that. Could you try again?
My watch is talking to me. This is out of the Hello Irresistible, and it's all different colors. So I'm going to take And this is the one I used. I used the back side like this. It's cut 5 1/4 by 4, just your regular piece. But I think I might see how it looks with this edge. I'm going to put this edge up, this side up this time. This card here has the this side, which is really pretty. But I want to try this side just to see what it looks doing different papers. You know, you don't know until you try, so that's what I'm going to do. So let's glue this down, and we'll have that out of our way. Plus it helps to see to put the other part on if this is in there. So let's put that in there. And you know, if we don't like it, when I get all the way done, I could always cut another piece and put right over it. Nobody would know. Okay, there we go. We're going to get this little piece of glue off of here. There it goes, it's gone. And I am going to take something heavy and put on here because I want this to hold down for me. So I'm just going to put the scissors up there because I'm not going to be doing nothing right there for right now, okay? The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take a piece of, one of my 2 pieces of the 1.5 inch, and I'm going to stamp my sentiment on there. And I'm using the Irresistible Blooms. That's for my flowers, my leaves, and my sentiment. I use the dies to cut out my flowers, to cut out my leaves, and then I use these intricate leaves to cut out the gold leaves that's on my card. So that's a bundle. It's called the Hello Irresistible bundle. So anyway, I just wanted to show you that. And I think I need to get out. I need to look over here and get out these 2. I got out the wrong 2 markers because I have so many markers that I'm working with right now because I'm doing like 45 different projects right now. Not 45 literally, but it feels like it. So we're going to do this as a thank you card because I can always use thank you cards and birthday cards. I cannot have enough of either one of those. I don't know about you, but those are the 2 kind of cards that I seem to need. And instead of stamping in black like I did here, I'm going to stamp in the Pretty Peacock, which is that darker green in there. Beautiful color if you have never seen it. You know what? I think it was Lost Lagoon that was 2015 because we did not have these stamp pads in 2015. I don't think. And this is a newer stamp pad. So, I'm just going to ink that up really, really well. I'm trying not to get it on the edges. And then I'm going to take and stamp it over here in the corner. I'm going to hold that down and just let that ink soak into that a minute. And there we go. That is our stamped image. Well, it's not an image. Our stamped greeting, I should say. And this is a cling set, which means it's rubber. Some people like rubber, some people like photopolymer, and some people don't care. So, you know, I'll show you that just in case you need to make a preference on that. So let's go ahead and close this up. We don't need it. I already, for the sake of the video, I've already cut out my flowers, which I needed 2 big ones and 1 small one. And here's some extras that I cut. And then I have these leaves. Okay, so now what we're going to do is I just eyeball this for a minute. Got some on my card. Get a different eraser. You have erasers sitting around, different ones for different things? I do. I have my white one so it doesn't make smudges on my card. I have my... That one does have a little smudge, but you know what? I am going to put it right there because I'm going to cover it up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these and I'm going to lay them right here where what I think would be even in between there. And that's how my cards are going to be made when we get to it. I'm going to color these really quick because I don't have them colored yet. And I don't know if you use Stampin' Blends a lot, but I like to use them. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the dark one, and I'm using Pool Party because it blends well with these colors that's on here. And I am going to actually use the other end. I'm going to color both flowers at the same time because it surely doesn't hurt to do that. And then I'm just going to go around these edges a little bit. Just put some dark in there, and then I will finish it off with some light. Two-tone gives it some dimension. And I like dimension on my cards. Do you like to color? And I am not a fanatic about how I color. I don't have to be real specific about it. I just like color away is all I do. And I keep turning it, and I did one row and the other row. Now, the reason why I did this, when I was colored on for some other cards I made, I would forget this inner section of petals because I'd do the outside and think I was done. And I'm like, you're not done. And then I'm going to do that hole. I'm going to go ahead and do this one since this marker's out. I should have had these colored, at least one of them, instead of having to do my coloring on here, but it's the way it goes when you're on a video. When you forget to do something, you just go ahead and you just do it, and you move on, and you hope everybody stays with you and watches. Because my videos aren't live, so I don't know what you guys are doing, and when you're watching, I record my videos and put them on here. Because I've not organized myself enough to do it at the same time, like each week, to say, here's my YouTube video. I do that with my lives, but I don't on Facebook, my Facebook lives, because I started out with those, and I think I just kind of stayed with that and made that a pretty consistent part of what I do. Okay, we have those colored, which looks pretty just like that. But I'm going to soften it with the Pool Party. And I tell you what, my Pool Party is running out of ink. Let me see if I have another one. I wish I did, but I don't. I don't think. What color is that? No. I do not. That's a shame. I'm gonna have to order me another pool party. I run out of these frequently, more than I would like to. So I'm using the side of this so that I can get color out of it. So there's one color. Now we'll do this one. In fact, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to let it sit here for a minute while I do the Calypso Coral, and I'll come back to that one. My little one's going to be done in Calypso Coral. So I'm just going to take this, and it's a much darker one. This is a smaller flower, so I don't want my lines as big, so I'm trying to be careful. And I know some people get intimidated by the blends because they're an alcohol marker, but they're so easy to use. And if you use because they come in the 2-pack with the light color and the dark color, so you can always blend. And I don't know if you know this about alcohol markers, but like I'm putting on this first color, and so when I come back with the second color and I go over this first color, the alcohol in the other pen will kind of rejuvenate this color I already put on. So, and that's what helps blend it. It's really neat if you think about it. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to just this is juicy one. It must be newer, a lot newer. So there is the Calypso Coral one. There we go. And it'll lighten up once it's done. Okay, so now what we're going to do, we're going to bring our card back. I am going to line these up. And like I said, you could take washi tape or whatever, and you could put on the sides and kind of hold this down on your card. But I'm not going to do that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pour my leaves out here. And I have 3 of this size leaf, 2 of this size leaf, and then on the intricate leaf in the gold, I cut 6 of them. So that's what I have to make my card. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in a leaf. And I am going to make sure with these 2 sitting here like this, I'm going to put a little bit on this tip and a little bit over here to kind of hold these 2 flaps together. So I'm just going to take a little bit of glue and put on this side and a little bit on the tip of this leaf. Okay, and I hope I didn't mess that up and got it right. So I've got that held, got this one held, And I'm just going to take my leaf, put it down to where I get that, like that. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take a gold leaf. Whoops. Knocked my lid out. And I'm going to go ahead and just put a leaf right here on these. Okay, and I'm going to take my other 3 leaf while I've got it, and I'm going to put it down here, if I can get a hold of it, on this bottom panel. Like so. And I'm going to take another gold leaf and I'm going to add it down here. Okay, now I have all of this right here. So I'm going to take, oh, I forgot to color this one, didn't I? Were you guys shouting like, color the other flower? I almost forgot about it, and I saw it looks awfully white. Maybe I need to color it. Yep, I definitely have to order me some more Pool Party here. And there we go. We have that done. So I'm going to take my flower, and it's going to be glued right here, connecting my leaves and my flower. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I want some glue down here, a little bit here, and a little bit here. So I'm going to put some glue there, here, and maybe here. And I'm going to glue my flower down. Okay, and since it's only on these 2, I want to make sure those are down. I'm going to put my scissors back there since I've moved my card around and just hold that down kind of for a second. Because now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take and I'm going to put a leaf here. And I think I will, one of these leaves will go onto my flower. So I'm going to go ahead and put a leaf on my flower because that gets popped up and I want my leaf popped with it. So I'm going to go ahead and glue that down now. I'm going to go ahead and glue my leaf. I think I want my leaf like this over my flower. Oops. Forgot to glue the leaf down. Getting ahead of myself. So I'm just going to glue that down. I will go ahead and glue this one down at the top. So we got all of that. So now what I'm going to do is decide where I want to place this one, or how. And I want to make sure that doesn't move when I do that. So I'm going to put glue on here. I got to make sure it hits my slats and not just my card. So I think I'm going to put it, these two, right here and right here. And then I think it hit on each side, these little dots. I'm going to put those there to hit the leaves. So I'm going to hold that down. I'm going to make sure this is straight one more time. And I am going to stick this on there. I'm going to hold it down for a minute because it's holding over those leaves. And there's glue on my finger. Wanting to pull it back up. So that has that held down now. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take, this one is going to go in here. So I'm going to put some dimensions here and up here. And I'm using the minis, and I just had them. And what did I do with them? To put them out of my way. Jeezel weasel. They under there? No. No, no, no. Get these out of my way. And bring this up. Here they are. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put one right here. And a couple right here. Let's see if I want them anywhere else. I'm going to do these two edges over here. So we'll have them on both of the slats here, and that'll help hold that down on this side. So, and the little ones are just easier to use for this because if you put the big ones on it, you would have too much area covered and you would end up having it stick out on your card. Make sure I got all my dots off. I'm going to take and put that dot down, that dot down, that one down, and that. And then I'm going to put some gold leaves put one right here. Maybe, maybe not. Maybe I didn't like that. So I think I'm just going to put it right here and under those leaves. And then I'm going to open it up. And I always like for a leaf to be, or something to be on the inside of my card that kind of matches the front. So what I'm doing is I'm going to glue a leaf in here. And I'm going to glue it right down in this corner. So it has a little gold leaf when you open it. I'm making sure that there's nothing there that's going to catch my card. Let's take this. And now we're going to put some frosted dots on our card. So let me get my frosted dots are in all sizes, so just pick it up and go with it. Put one. Oops, forgot to do something real quick. I'm used to all of our things having glue on the back. These do not. So you need to pick out your spots where you're going to put it and put just a little tiny spot of glue on it. And then when you pick them up, I'm just picking up what I can get a hold of to put on here. And that is our frosted dots, which are in Pretty Peacock also. So there is our card done, and you just, and then you can just, if you want to, you could put another white one across here where it wouldn't show. But I think this is good enough if you use like a black, real fine marker or pen. You can write on this paper. So I leave mine blank for that. Just don't put anything in there. And I like that with that, the printed paper. I think that looks pretty with it. So there we go. We have that one, and we have this one. So that is how they are made. I hope you liked the video. I hope you try this technique. This is a really fun card to make. It's not hard. The PDF has all the directions, but like I told you, it's 4 1/4 by 11. Put the score mark at the 1.5 inch mark, cut right here, then cut 2 more 1.5 inch slats off of your piece that's left. And then whatever you decorate it with, you can just hold this down, or you can tape them down at the while you're using them. Just be careful to take the tape back off. And then they are glued together at the slats to hold them down. And that is how you make that card. It is easy, easy, easy. And it has a wow factor just because it looks different. And this one, I even got the slats are not even, but it still looks nice. So that's one thing about being handmade. This one, they are more even. But you could hold them down if you really like everything to be symmetrical in that. Hold it down, tape it, and make it that way. So I hope you enjoyed the video. And remember, here's my store address, my host code. If you would like to order and you don't have a demonstrator, do know that I would love to be able to help you. And also, if you want to think about my class to go, you can email me at ritaholmes0611@gmail.com, or leave a comment or whatever for me, and I would greatly appreciate it. Also, if you wouldn't mind giving me a thumbs up on the video, and subscribe to my channel so you know that when I will be on and stuff, so that you can watch my videos. I would much appreciate all that. And everybody have a blessed night and be safe. And I will see you next time. Goodbye.